The 2019 rookie class in Major League Baseball is filled with so much talent, and we still haven't seen some of the best young players make their major league debut yet. That's right, I'm talking about you, Vlad Guerrero Jr., although it looks like he's coming up on Tuesday, so praise the Lord, the Blue Jays finally listened. Vlad Guerrero Jr. looks like he's on his way up. But we're not talking about him. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 8 rookies that are playing like MLB All-Stars. If this is something you guys enjoy seeing on the channel, make sure to leave a like on it. It's the best way to support. Subscribe if you're new and you enjoy the content. If you love baseball, this is the place to be, so subscribe. Keep up the amazing support. Get in the comment section below, are there any rookies that I left off the list or someone that should be taken off? I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions. And remember to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GiraffeNeckMarc. Links in the description to both of those. Now you guys know how I have to start this video for 2019 MLB Rookies. We have to talk about my boy Pete Alonso, Polar Bear Pete. Finally, the Mets get a rookie that is just playing out of his mind and things are looking great. I've talked about him already a little bit in a previous video about how he's had an insane start to the season. And it's safe to say he is still playing at an all-star caliber level already through his young rookie season in 2019. In 21 games, Pete Alonso has 25 hits, 8 home runs, 7 doubles, 19 RBIs. He's hitting .325 with a .416 on base, .727 slugging, and an 1143 OPS to give him an OPS plus of 207. Not only that, Pete Alonso is hitting balls so hard and so far, hitting StatCast above 110 pretty regularly. You guys know what I'm gonna say. I love Pete Alonso at first base for the New York Mets. Although our record may not be as good as I would like it to be or as good as it could be, this team is definitely in a better place than they would be if he didn't get called up early to start the year. And let me tell you, Pete Alonso keeps up these numbers, he is definitely gonna get some all-star considerations. These are some of the best numbers a first baseman has put up in baseball. I love me some Pete. Can't wait to get my jersey in the mail so soon. This next player is a prospect that has been hyped up for a while. His dad is a former major leaguer. I think I gave it away now. We're talking about Fernando Tatis Jr. of the San Diego Padres. Tatis Jr. was definitely a surprise call-up at the start of the year, never playing above AA ball and only being 20 years old on a rebuilding San Diego Padres team. But boy, has he made a difference and one of the reasons why they're off to a hot start. In 22 games, Tatis Jr. has 23 hits, 6 homers, 4 doubles, 1 triple, drove in 13 runs, has stole 4 bases. He's hitting .291 with a .360 on base, .595 slugging to give him an OPS of 954 and an OPS plus of 154. You gotta love watching Fernando Tatis play baseball. The dude plays an exciting game of baseball. He can hit for some power. He's got some speed. He's flashy in the field, showing off that glove and that great arm. I'm so happy the Padres called him up to start this year. Yes, they could have gotten an extra year of control, but they wanted to get him up now, get him that experience so that when they're ready to truly compete, he's got that experience. He's not a rookie then. I'm gonna be honest, didn't expect him to be this good. I expected him to be solid, but he's putting up some really good numbers. And if he keeps this up, he's gonna have a fantastic 2019 rookie season. Him and Machado on that left side of the infield, ooh, disgusting. We're gonna stay in San Diego for this next player. We're talking about the only pitcher on this list, pitching a little weak this year, but the player we're talking about is gonna be starting pitcher for the Padres, Chris Paddack. After a strong spring training earned him a spot in the starting rotation for the San Diego Padres, Chris Paddack has had a great start to the regular season. While Paddack's record may not tell the whole story at 0-1 through 4 starts, he's actually had a great start to the regular season with a 2.25 ERA and a 2.7 runs per 9. In his 4 starts, he's pitched in 20 innings, striking out 21 batters, walking 7. Out of the 9 hits he's allowed, 2 have been home runs, and he's allowed 5 earned runs. He has a whip of .8, and he has 9.5 strikeouts per 9, 3.2 walks, .9 home runs, and 4.1 hits per 9. If you've watched Chris Paddack pitch, you know this kid is something special. He has got it all. He's the complete package. He's got a bunch of different pitches, a nice fastball, a little zip on it. The San Diego Padres, man, they're building a young core of players that is going to be scary in the near future. This team is already moving quicker than we expected. Can you imagine what they're going to be like in a couple years when all these players are comfortable and truly going to be super all-stars? Padres are going to be good, man. Chris Paddack, he's part of that future. The next player we're going to talk about is someone I like to call mini Babe Ruth. Not because he looks like him and not because I think he's going to be as good as Babe Ruth, but you ever seen this guy run the bases? You know what I mean. He takes little baby steps. We're talking about Dan Vogelbach of the Seattle Mariners. While this technically isn't the first season Vogelbach has played in, he still has his rookie status for 2019, and boy has he made quite the impression thus far. In 18 games, Vogelbach has 18 hits, 8 of those being home runs, 4 of those being doubles, driving in 14 runs. He's hitting .327 with a .472 on-base percentage, league-leading .836 slugging, and a league-best .1309 OPS to give him an OPS plus of 251. Vogelbach is destroying baseballs. The dude is a left-handed batter, short and squatty, but I love watching him play because he takes some hacks at the plate. I believe they're called daddy hacks. If Dan Vogelbach keeps this up, those are tough numbers to argue with for not making him an all-star in 2019. And I don't think the Mariners honestly expected him to have this kind of production. He is truly exceeding expectations. I know he has a lot of pop, but this kind of pop is something they weren't expecting, and he's having a great 2019 year. For this next player, I've actually had the pleasure of meeting him in real life, doing an interview with him. If you have not yet seen that, card in the top right-hand corner. He's starting to get more playing time with the Los Angeles Dodgers, and it's showing that they're making the right decision putting him in the lineup more. We're talking about Alex Verdugo. Similar to Vogelbach, this isn't the first season Verdugo's played in, but he still has his rookie status in 2019, so he makes this list. In 23 games, 51 plate appearances, he has 17 hits, 3 home runs, 4 doubles, 1 triple, and has driven 13 RBIs. Verdugo's hitting .333 with a .358 on base percentage, .627 slugging to give him an OPS of 986 and an OPS plus of 156. Now, while Verdugo may not be playing every single day, it's just not possible to ignore a 986 OPS and just be like, well, he hasn't played enough. The dude is going to be getting in the lineup more and more as he continues to hit. The Dodgers can't ignore him. Not to mention, I'm a big fan of the dude. He was super nice when I met him, so I'm glad to see he's doing well, and I hope he does great this year. Just not against the Mets. If you play them, take it easy, Verdugo. Gonna keep it out in the National League West, and we're gonna be talking about a former University of South Carolina Gamecock, of course, the school I go to, and will be graduating from very soon. We're talking about Christian Walker of the Arizona Diamondbacks. This is actually technically the 5th season that Christian Walker has played in, but again, he still has his rookie status, and boy, is he off to a blazing hot start for the Diamondbacks, one of the hottest hitters in the league. In 20 games, Walker has 24 hits, 6 doubles, 6 home runs, drove in 11 RBIs, and he's also stole 3 bases. He's hitting .353 with a .421 on base, .706 slugging to give him an OPS of 1127 and an OPS plus of 183. It's good to see Christian Walker finally succeeding. He had a great career at South Carolina, so of course I like seeing him succeed in the major leagues. He's finally getting consistent playing time, and he's destroying baseballs. I love it. As a former Gamecock, I love seeing him do well, and if he keeps this up, he could very well be the Diamondbacks representative for the 2019 All-Star game. Gonna move on over to the American League East here. We're gonna be talking about Brandon Lowe of the Tampa Bay Rays. I know, Lowe. I was surprised too. I definitely thought it was Lowe, and I've probably called him that in the past, but it's Lowe. After appearing in 43 games last season for the Rays, Brandon Lowe got a pretty big contract, a nice extension for himself, and he has shown that the Rays aren't making a mistake. That team is hot right now, and he's one of the reasons why. Through 21 games, Lowe has 21 hits, 6 home runs, 4 doubles, 1 triple, and has driven 15 runs, as well as he stole 2 bases. He's hitting .280 on the year with a .329 on base, 600 slugging to give him an OPS of 929 and an OPS plus of 145. While Lowe may not have the crazy high numbers that some of these other rookies have, if he continues to produce at this level, you cannot ignore how well he's playing. Again, another player with an above 900 OPS. Do I honestly think he will keep up this production? Probably not. A lot of these players aren't going to be able to stay as good as they're currently being. People will get more scouting reports, be able to adjust. But he has shown that he is definitely a solid player. The Rays made a good decision in extending him, and if he keeps it up, he will be an all-star in 2019. And then the final player of this video, who's honestly more of a fringe guy, but I had to include him because he has got to be the most popular player in Major League Baseball right now. We're talking about the new Bartolo Colon, La Tortuga, Willians Astudillo. If you don't like Willians Astudillo, I don't like you, and here's why. The dude never strikes out. In 48 plate appearances this year, he's only struck out once. He had 97 plate appearances last year, only struck out 3 times. So in total, he struck out 4 times in 145 plate appearances in a Major League career. He's also hitting pretty well. In 13 games, Astudillo has 13 hits, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, and drove in 7 RBIs. He's hitting .295 with a .313 on base percentage, .523 slugging, and an .835 OPS to give him an OPS plus of 118. Now, he definitely has the worst stats of everybody on this list, but here's why I think he could maybe sneak in as an all-star. Again, very early still, but maybe he could sneak in, just maybe. Astudillo has played 5 games at catcher this year. That's the most at any position that he's played at. Catching's a bit weak in Major League Baseball. We know that the production from catchers is not strong. If you consider him a catcher, there's a very good chance that if he keeps up these numbers, he could be in the All-Star game as a catcher. There's just not a lot of talent out there. And he's having a pretty good year, let's be honest. Not to mention he's a fan favorite. If it comes down to fan voting, or if it comes down to the last vote and he's on there, I guarantee you he's winning. Nobody's not voting for Willians Astudillo. I might need to get me an Astudillo jersey, let's be honest. So we've got Alonso, Tatis, Paddack, Vogelbach, Lowe, Astudillo, Walker, Verdugo. The 2019 rookie class is so incredibly talented, and we still have not seen guys like Vlad Guerrero Jr., Jesus Luzardo. Eloy Jimenez hasn't even played well yet. That's right, he's not even on this list. He's been to a bad start. But if these guys keep these numbers going, you gotta make the argument that they could be all-stars in 2019. So I'd like to know if you guys agree or disagree with me. Are there some players I left off, or did you think I shouldn't have included some? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll be reading some comments today. Remember to leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it. It's the best way to help support the channel. Subscribe if you are new and you enjoy this baseball content. This is the place to be if you love baseball. So if you ain't subscribed yet, click click that button. Remember to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GiraffeNeckMarc. Links in the description to both of those. I'm always talking about baseball on there. It's a great way to interact. And you know what? I'll throw in my SeatGeek plug as well. If you guys want to save $20 on your next SeatGeek purchase, make sure you use the code Giraffe at checkout for $20 off your purchase. And that's gonna wrap up today's video. YouTube recommends you watch this video right here, so it must be good. Give it a click. I made it. It's gotta be good. As well as I'm gonna leave my Alex Verdugo interview right here so you can watch it. I know a lot of you haven't seen it. It was a great interview. I would check it out. Thank you guys for the amazing support recently. Honestly, crazy stuff. That's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.